This is maybe the very best thing about this whole thing is that I've got this QR codes that defaults to the Spotify playlist. So if you print this out and give it to someone as a gift, they don't have to have a cassette player to use it. You know what I mean?
Yo,
I just cut this out with scissors. There's that QR code. Scans perfectly, even at that small size. And it makes a J, which is why it's called a Jcard. It's like fold, fold, fold. And you just slide this thing in, nice and snug. If you go to the website, click on the Jcard generator, which is all the way to the right, or I also have a cassette label generator. And I've added a bunch of features to both of these, but the main one I've been working on is this Jcard generator. So if I make the smallest panel size, you can see how you've got the front face of it, the spine of it, and then the back. That's what makes the little J at the end, right? But what's really great about this is you can expand all the way up to 8 panels. That was the big thing. You know, there's some other Jcard generators out here on the web, but for me, I love having the lyrics, and I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. So here I'm in Spotify. I'm going to grab this playlist, copy it to my URL, just a little copy, and I'm going to paste this in, hit enter, so it automatically pulls in the playlist on YouTube or Spotify. It works with playlist on both. The cover art that it pulls, for whatever reason, is not super high res, so you might want to upload something a little bit better. You can also use any of the tracks that it pulls in for your cover, and then you can move it around. You can zoom it in and out. You can rotate it, which some cover art works really well rotated, right? But, oh, I should show you this. This is a little thing I added. You can listen while you work, right? You know? Pause it. I don't know how loud it is on the speaker. So you can fetch lyrics. I've connected it to a lyric fetcher, which opens automatically when you click that. Paste it in, fetch lyrics, and it starts going to work. And so you can go in here and you can edit it, cut out repeat stuff, right? But once you get all that, copy it, go back to the Jcard generator, and then paste it into the lyrics block. And now it's pulled all the way in. You can see it probably goes off. So what I'm going to do is up in this panel layout, I'm going to hit 2 columns, and then I'm going to go, I need to make that text smaller. I'm going to go panels 4 through 8, because that's the ones at the end right here. Click panels 4 through 8. I'm going to make that font probably as small as it goes. Let's see, what do I need to make it all fit? Looks like I can go a little bit larger. I'm going to go all the way down because I'm going to print my design on legal paper, which is a little bit longer than letter paper, and I think I can do 6 panels. So we're going to cut off, is that 6? Yeah. I think I can do 6 panels. I'm just going to do white. I always print stuff in white because, ink, it's expensive. So I'm going to click back. I clicked background right here, and then I'm going to click the eyedropper, and then I was just click on this search bar because the search bar is white to get white. And then, oh yeah, something else. This is maybe the very best thing about this whole thing is that I've got this QR codes that defaults to the Spotify playlist. So if you print this out and give it to someone as a gift, they don't have to have a cassette player to use it. You know what I mean? So, and you can move this somewhere else too if you don't want it in the spine. But I've got it defaulting to the spine right now. But yeah, I'm going to zoom back in just so I can show you. It automatically divides side A and side B, right? And one thing I do want to add, and it won't be too hard, so I might have that feature added soon, is like a calculation, because you've got like 45 minutes aside normally on a cassette tape. So having a calculation of the tracks, I've got to redo how I laid this out a little bit. But yeah, you can customize the text size for each thing. Ooh, decals. We gotta add this, right? Parental advisory. There we go. And then yeah, I'm gonna make it big. Let's see, I'm gonna do 6 panels. So I'm gonna cut off some of the lyrics. Maybe I can make the font size just a little bit smaller. And then I'm gonna go ahead and hit print, and we'll see how it turns out. So I go download, and since this is legal paper, yeah, this one right here. So I'm going to do it as a PDF, file, print, and then I got to set this page setup. I got to set it for legal paper. I think I've got legal paper in there. I guess we'll find out. And you got to make sure you click actual size, right? Because otherwise, who knows what it's going to do. And then, do I want to print? Let's do color. All right, so we're printing now, and we'll see how it turns out.